Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for Thursday and Friday, the 22nd and 23rd of December. It's basically a solstice reading, even though technically the solstice is tonight, or this is the longest night of the year. If you're in the northern hemisphere, I'm doing this late Wednesday night, so it's technically Thursday morning, but that's by the clock. And we have a lot of stuff going on in the sky, which is reflected in this really weird reading. I'm going to try to get through this, but this is not what I expected to pull. Truly, it's not. Okay, so the sun, as I said, this is a solstice, which means the sun has moved into Capricorn, 0 degrees. The moon is in Sagittarius tonight. Mercury and Venus are still moving through Capricorn together, so we now have the Sun, Mercury, and Venus in Capricorn, and Pluto, who's been there since 2008. And the moon moves into Capricorn in a day or two, and we'll have a new moon in Capricorn. So all that's happening in Capricorn. And then Jupiter, just I think like last night or this morning, moved into Aries. And tomorrow, Chiron moves direct in Aries. Chiron has been in an Aries like at 11-12 degrees, but it has been going retrograde and is now stationing and is going to move direct tomorrow. So we have a whole bunch of Capricorn and Aries energy, both cardinal signs, which are the beginning of seasons, like leadership, the beginning of new movement. So anyway, with all this Capricorn energy, which, rules reality, it's ruled by Saturn, which rules time and the physical earth. So I chose this quote, and I know I can't say the F word on here. Well, some people do, and I don't know why, because they're not supposed to. But anyway, this is from my favorite musician, Mark Bolan, from T-Rex fame. And I remember seeing an interview once, that's where I wrote this down. He had to, like when in his early career, his band played in a restaurant. People were making noise, walking around, eating and stuff, and it bugged him. He thought it was rude, and so he said this to the audience, and someone recorded it or wrote it down. But it just reminds me of how I feel with all this Capricorn energy. I won't say that word, but he said, how on earth am I supposed to play while you're walking around eating effing hamburgers? And I thought, yeah, I know exactly how he feels. It's just like, yeah. Okay, I'm a vegan, but it's like reality just wham, 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 just smacking me all over. So I don't know. I wonder if you're feeling that. So I expected to draw a bunch of pentacles because that rules Earth, right? That's Capricorn. So what do I get? I get all wands. All wands except one major arcana. So let's see if we can dive in, because this is really a strange reading. So much energy. And again, Jupiter's moving into Aries and Chiron's going direct. Those are fire signs. So, yeah. Anyway, we start out with the Five of Wands, which is usually the card of feeling very scattered and lost. And this is in your physical energy. This is like, that's why I feel like this is really the Capricorn, just like, smacking us, kicking us in the rear. Like reality is just like coming up and saying, it's just too much to deal with. You might be feeling really scattered right now. And remember, Mars is in Gemini, and Gemini is a sign of duality. And Gemini energy can be very scattered. A lot of Geminis that I've known, they are really good at a lot of different things. Rather than having like one main solid talent, they can do like 50 things. And you're like, how do you do all those different things? So you might be feeling, this card is generally feeling scattered and lost, just like too much. And I think this could be a result of all the Capricorn energy smacking us, where it's like all these physical reality things popping up that maybe the car broke down, or just bills, or just like everything going wrong. I've been experiencing that, so I don't know. I'm not supposed to talk about myself, but then we get the Ace of Wands, and if this isn't Jupiter and Aries, I don't know what is. Here comes an inrush of pure physical and spiritual creative energy. Whoosh, right up from the bottom to the top. So we are going to feel some hope, if nothing else, and an inrush of wanting to accomplish something. I see it as hope, really, more than anything, which is good because the Five of Wands is not so great. Okay, then we get the Hanged Man, which is totally mystifying to me. After the whoosh of the Ace of Wands, now I've got the Hanged Man, which tells me that we have to stay in place for a while. And of course, solstice literally means sun standing still. And this is, like I said, it's the darkest time of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. And, you know, it's like, yes, we're going to need to act and have things to deal with. But right now, today's not the day to do them, because this card is like letting go. It's saying, okay, I've just been hit with like all these different things. Too much. Can't do it. So you just, wrap up in your blankie and just sacrifice. You got to let something go. Something's dragging you down. Something's holding you back. You have to pause and just let go. That's the only thing I know how to say is let go. And if you do, then we have another wand card, the Four of Wands. And this generally represents, and I hope I'm not yelling, I'm trying to help out that person who can't hear me. But honestly, I think it might be on her end because no one else has had that problem. So I hope I don't sound like I'm yelling, because I feel like I'm yelling. So I'm going to stop yelling. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. This is a sense of completion. This is having achieved something. So this is a good time for you to sit down if you're feeling scattered and lost and like things are piling up and you can't get anywhere. Sit down and take stock. Make a list if you have to of what you have accomplished in the last year. We're coming to the end of the cycle, and actually, most people think of New Year's Eve or even Christmas as sort of like, the rebirth, but actually, literally, the rebirth is now during the solstice, because tomorrow the light begins to increase. So, take stock of what you have accomplished, because you've probably accomplished more than you think you have. And then we get the Father of Wands, which is the same as the King of Wands in the other decks. And I don't know why she uses snakes to represent wands. I find that very interesting because they always look very defensive to me. And we got the lightning coming down, and the Mother and Father of Wands in this deck always make me feel very protective and defensive. And I don't know, I'm going to try to think of that as creative energy coming in and rousing this guy from his winter sleep, and having it be, there's like one wand, okay, which mimics the Ace of Wands. So it's like we've got more Kundalini energy coming in. And the King of Wands is generally someone who can handle the mojo. He can handle the energy. Okay, so I think if you take stock and if you let go of whatever's holding you back, I think you're going to feel a really strong inrush of energy. And you may be feeling, there's those white spots again. You may be feeling a little bit like frustrated, or I'm not saying angry exactly. What is all this on here? I thought I cleaned that. But you might be feeling just a tad kind of frustrated. I mean, Christmas, let's face it, Christmas, it's like all this expectation of Christmas. It's supposed to be all this wonderful, and it's not always that way. So, what spirit do we get? Animal spirit card is butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. And we have Pluto at the end of Capricorn. 1 degree from my sun, so I'm feeling transformation. I don't know about you, but yeah, this is about letting go. We have to let go of something. Something's holding us back. I've got these upside down. I'm going to draw one more animal spirit card. Rabbit spirit now is a lucky time. Really. I'd say with Jupiter going into Aries, it is a lucky time. It's not going to feel lucky, though. because of all the Capricorn energy, because we have to deal with reality. And that's a good thing, actually, because if you let reality go, you don't get very far. Okay, I'm going to draw one oracle card. Oh, higher power. Okay, this is exactly that's what this card means. Where did it go? Well, actually, all cards mean higher power, really, in a way. But let go to, sacrifice to whom? Well, the higher power. You can't fix everything, but you can let go. I'm getting the Serenity Prayer. Probably everyone knows that. God, give me the what is it? The strength to, oh, come on. God, give me the courage to accept what I cannot change. The strength, no. Oh, God. What is it? The something to accept what I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Maybe it's the serenity. Maybe that's why they call it the serenity. Maybe it's the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's what this is about, okay? It's about letting go of what you can't change and accepting it, because what else can you do? And it's about recognizing that you may feel frustrated and it's not getting you anywhere. So in comes the higher power, bringing you some hope. Jupiter's moving into Aries, and focus on what you have completed, what you have accomplished, and it will give you a sense of mastery over the situation. But again, it's not mastery in the sense of fixing it. It's mastery in the sense of letting go and letting your higher power, whatever you think that is, letting it take over. And then we will be transformed. Why is that not focusing? Transformation is beautiful. And this is a lucky time. Okay, I figured this was going to be a heavy reading because of all the stuff that's going on. It's really amazing right now. So I hope you have a good solstice. I will try to post again on the new moon. Blessings, take care, and please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I will see you again later. Thanks. Bye.